Hola chicos, today we're going to talk about ser o estar. Esta es la pregunta. Now these verbs on the surface both mean to be, obviously, but they are used in very different circumstances. And the way to learn it is really to use them, obviously, over and over again, but also to just memorize how they're used. So I have a couple of acronyms that I'm going to show you that hopefully will help you understand the differences between them. For ser, we have poppet. Okay, P is for physical characteristics or personality. O is for origin. P is for profession. P is for possession. I is for identity. T is for time. And the last T is for tener lugar, or to take place. And I'll explain that in a little more detail on another slide. For estar, a little refrain to remember is to tell how you're feeling or where you are, always use the verb estar. But you also can use the acronym HALT. H for health, A for attitude, L for location, and T for temporary condition. Okay, so let's get to some examples. Okay, so we had ser, remember the acronym was poppet. So P is for physical characteristics or personality. So mi gato es gordo, pero es muy cariñoso. You may be looking at this thinking, well, but my cat is not always going to be fat. He's been going outside lately and losing some weight. Well, it's a physical characteristic for him. A lot of times some people make the mistake of thinking that if something is able to be changed, you should use the verb estar, but that is actually not the case for physical characteristics. O stands for origin. So mi abuelo es de Mexico. That's where he's from. The next P is for profession. Mi hermana es profesora. Tú eres estudiante. The next P is for possession. Estos dulces son de Ramón. ¿De quiénes son estos calcetines? Son de mi hermanito. I is for identity. Ana es una estudiante colombiana. That is her identity. She is a Colombian student. T is for time. Son las 5 de la tarde. ¿Qué hora es? Es la una. You learn that in Spanish 1 that you use ser with time. And the last T is for tener lugar. This has to do with events only, okay, like concerts or parties or poetry readings or lectures. El concierto es en Carnegie Hall. A lot of people like to use estar with things that are physically located someplace, but that is a mistake when it comes to things that are not physical entities. These are events, and events that take place somewhere use ser. With estar, remember the acronym is HALT. H is for health. Cristóbal está enfermo hoy. You could also say la maestra está cansada hoy. A is for attitude. Mi prima estaba muy aburrida en la biblioteca. That's her attitude. She was very bored. L is for location. Los libros están en mi dormitorio. Again, something is physically located somewhere. It's not the same as an event taking place somewhere. And T is for temporary condition. La ventana estaba abierta todo el día. So la bicicleta está rota. La puerta está cerrada. So these are all temporary things that actually can change. There are some adjectives that have different meanings whether you use ser o estar with them. So they are correct if you use ser o estar, but they mean different things, so you need to be careful. There are 3 examples I'm putting on here. There are more in the Spanish language, but I just want to point out the 3 most significant ones. We have aburrido or aburrida. El libro es aburrido. The book is boring. That is a characteristic of that book. Estamos aburridos ahora. A temporary condition or an attitude is that we are bored right now, so we use estar with that. Rico or rica is another one. El cantante es rico. The singer is a rich man. Pero este postre está muy rico. This dessert is very delicious. So suddenly it changes to mean really delicious when you use it with estar. And bonito, bonita is another one. La bailarina es bonita. The dancer is pretty, meaning she's a pretty person. Or la bailarina está muy bonita hoy. The ballerina looks really pretty today, or the dancer looks really pretty today. And that is more of a temporary condition. So hopefully this explains clearly the differences between ser or estar. Again, it's going to require some memorization. Sorry about that.